guys, it's your boy the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. And as always, people, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now let's talk about it, man. It broke over the last few days. This is my first video about it. Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn are going to be running it back in September in London, I believe. It's going to be in either the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or the Amex Stadium, which is technically in Brighton. So yeah, Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn 2 taking place. Listen, the first fight was great. First fight was great, man. And I weren't even a fan of that fight going into it. As you guys know, man, I'm not a fan of guys leapfrogging weight divisions. And there just seemed to be so much with this with regards to weight for the first fight. You had Conor Benn jumping up from welterweight to middleweight. You had Chris Eubank Jr. Struggling to make the weight. It was well documented. And we all saw what happened, you know, the morning of the fight with the £10 rehydration clause. Him struggling to make middleweight, paying a fine and all that stuff. So, listen, the first thing I did when I saw that this fight was announced was check to see the details with that again. Is this fight going to take place at middleweight? Is there going to be another £10 rehydration clause? And surprise, surprise, you know, there is. There's no difference to the first fight. So, just like the first fight, this fight is going to take place at middleweight, and there's going to be a £10 rehydration clause where Eubank can only gain up to £10 from the weigh-in till the morning of the fight. And the weigh-in obviously takes place the day before. So my thoughts on that, he must be getting paid quite a bit of money. He must be getting paid quite a bit of money, because I don't think that's a good idea for Eubank at all. I don't think it's a good idea for him at all. We saw him struggle to make the weight. We saw him, I think he still has to see the British Boxing Board of Control for, you know, going in the sauna trying to lose weight, and that is against their regulations. So I think he still has to answer to them about it. He had to take all these precautionary measures to make the weight, and he's going to go through that again in September, and we're in July right now. So I don't think it's a good idea. But listen, the money must have been good that he was offered, but I think that it affected his performance in the ring as well. I do think Eubank Jr. has definitely lost a step, but I think that the weight definitely held him back a bit as well. You could see it, particularly at the end. Even though he finished the fight stronger, he was really lagging, Eubank Jr. He was putting everything into that fight to get that decision. I think he did win it fair and square, but he put literally everything, every ounce of himself in that fight, and he's going to run it back. So will he be able to do that again? I think this favours Conor Benn, you know what I mean? Because Conor Benn didn't get knocked out the first time round, so he felt the power. He went 12 rounds with him. He definitely held his own, did pretty well in there. And I think that he'll go into this fight with more confidence. He'll be more adjusted to the weight. Whereas Eubank is going to be just as hard, or maybe even harder for him to shed that weight. I don't know. So we'll see. But just my early thoughts on it as of right now. I think that this heavily swings the odds in Conor Benn's favour, with the fight being at middleweight again, and the fact that they're having a £10 rehydration clause. Even if they just had the fight at middleweight again and they took the clause out of it, then that would have made sense for me. But, you know, to have that again, I don't know. I think this heavily favours Conor Benn. So let's see. I'm not necessarily saying he's going to win, but it definitely swings the odds in his favour right now. I'm going to have to see, you know, we still got a bit of time until the fight. So I guess we'll see, you know, how they're getting on in camp and, you know, body language and everything else. So yeah, it will be interesting. But as for the fight itself, listen, it was a very good fight. Very entertaining fight. Very good for the sport of boxing. Very good for British boxing as well. You know, there was a lot of pride out there after that fight from a lot of British fighters, man. I saw Anthony Joshua saying that he was proud to be British. And, you know, there was just a real good feel about that fight, considering the history, considering the backstory of it. You know, the two famous fathers, of course. Eubank Sr. Showing up like he did. It was just a great night of boxing, man. And hopefully we can get that again. But just my initial thoughts on it all, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.